So in the previous videos, we learned how to multiply and divide rational expressions. So in this video, we are now going to proceed with, we're going to add and subtract rational expressions. Okay, so first is we're going to give the rule for the addition and subtraction of rational expressions. So if you have a over c and b over c, so these are any two rational expressions, so then okay, a over c plus b over c, that is simply equal to a plus b over c. Likewise, if you have a over c minus b over c, then you have a minus b over c. Again, where c is not equal to 0. Remember that we just in addition and subtraction of fractions, should I say rational numbers with the same denominator, so we just simply copy the denominator and add or subtract the numerator. Okay, so for example, so for the first example, we have 2a over 4b plus 3 over 4b. So first thing is to check if the denominator is common. So we have a common denominator, so just copy 4b. Then add the numerator. So in this case, this will be 2a plus 3. Okay, so that's it. You have your first example. And for the second example, you have, say, 10c over 13 plus 16c over 13. So again, just copy the denominator and then add the numerator. So that is 10c plus 16c, that is 26c. Or 26c divided by 13, that gives us 2c. Okay, so next example. So if I have 8d minus 3 over 9, okay, over 9, so plus 4d plus 12 over 9. So again, just copy the denominator, that is 9. Then add the numerator. So 8d plus 4d, that gives you 12d. Negative 3 plus 12, that is positive 9. So we can still factor the numerator by 3. So that gives us 4d plus 3 over this denominator, which is 9. And again, we can cancel 3 here, then this will give you 3. So the final answer is, okay, 4d plus 3 over 3. Okay, so that's it. I hope you find this examples pretty easy. Okay, so now it's your part. Okay, so add each. So for letter A you have 3x over 5y plus 4 over 5y. So for letter B, you have 9m minus 4 over 8 plus 3m plus 8 over 8. Okay, so now let's subtract. Okay, so subtract each. So examples. So for letter A, you have f over f plus 3 minus 3 over f plus 3. So again, same rule with the addition. If you have common denominator, just copy it. So f plus 3, then subtract the numerator, that is f minus 3. Okay, so next example, you have 9x squared over 3x minus 5 minus 25 over 3x minus 5. So again, first thing you need to do is copy the denominator, then subtract the numerator. So that gives you 9x squared minus 25. But by inspection, you can see that the numerator is a dots expression, so we can simply further factor this. So that gives us 3x plus 5, 3x minus 5 over 3x minus 5. So we can now cancel 3x minus 5, so that our final answer will be 3x plus 5. Okay, so for next example, we have here h squared plus 8h minus 15 over 3h squared minus 9h minus 4h plus 6 all over 3h squared minus 9h. Okay, so again, the first thing we need to do is copy the denominator, so that will be 3h squared minus 9h, and then subtract. But remember, since you have here a minus sign, okay, so we think of it as a group, okay, so we need to distribute the minus sign, so that gives us h squared, okay, so 8h minus 4h, that is positive 4h, negative 15 minus 6, so that is negative 21. So by inspection, I can simplify or factor the numerator, and that will give me factor of negative 21, that will give me 4, that is 7 and negative 3, so that is 7 and negative 3. Okay, so all over, factor out common terms, which is 3h, so that will give me h minus 3. Okay, so as you can see, we can now cancel h minus 3. So the final answer would be h plus 7 over 3h. Okay, so that's it. We proceed now with your part. Try this part. Okay, so subtract h. Okay, so for letter A, you have a over a plus 4 minus 4 over a plus 4. For letter B, you have 4x squared over 2x minus 7 minus 49 over 2x minus 7. Then for last number, you have b squared plus 8b minus 6 over 4b squared minus 8b minus 5b plus 4 over 4b squared minus 8b. Okay, so that is your part. So now, suppose you have here an expression 7. Okay, say 7a over 3b plus a over negative 3b. So the first question that we're going to ask is, do we have a common denominator? Okay, so if I'm going to perform the operation with the denominator, that is 3b minus 3b, that will give me a 0 denominator, and as we all know, that is not valid in a rational expression. So in order for us to, okay, to solve for this and make the denominator the same or common, okay, so the thing we need to do is we multiply the divisor part, okay, so this part, by negative 1 over negative 1. So by simply multiplying negative 1 over negative 1, so we can now attain the same denominator. Okay, so okay, so I have here 7a over 3b plus a over negative 3b multiplied by negative 1. Okay, so this will give me 7a over 3b. Okay, so again multiply, so that is give me that's positive or plus negative a over, this is negative negative, so positive 3b. Now as you can see, you have a common denominator, so just simply copy the denominator, that is 3b, and then perform the operation on the numerator. So 7a minus a, that is 6a, or simply cancel out, so this will become 2, this will become 1, so that is 2a over b. Okay, so another, so what if I have here 9c squared, okay, over 3c minus 2d, and then plus 12cd minus 4d squared over 2d minus 3c. Okay, so by inspection, you can see that you don't have a common denominator. So what we need to do now is to multiply the divisor by -1 over -1. So simply multiplying this will give us 9c squared over 3c minus 2d, plus distribute the negative, so that will give you negative 12cd plus 4d squared over, so again, so this will become negative 2d plus 3c, or arranging this will give me 3c minus 2d. So you have now the same denominator, and then perform the operation. So you have copy the denominator, 3c minus 2d, okay, and that is 9c squared, okay, let's follow the negative sign, so 12cd plus 4d squared. Okay, so say by inspection I can say that this is a perfect square trinomial. Okay, so you have 3c here and then 2d here, so that will give you 3c plus 2d, okay, minus, since you have the additive inverse, 2d squared over 3c minus 2d. So we can now cancel squared and the denominator. So the final answer will be 3c minus 2d. Okay. So okay, so that's it, I guess. You can now try this. Okay, so your favorite part, try this part. Okay, so just perform the indicated operation. So for letter A, you have 4x over 5y plus x over negative 5y. Then for letter B, you have 4x squared over 2x minus 3y plus 12xy minus 9y squared over 3y minus 2x. Okay, so again, you can pause this video. So if you didn't understand or fully understand or master the way of solving or adding and subtracting a rational expression, you can again go back over and over with this video until you master it. Okay, so we'll see each other on the next video, still on the addition and subtraction of rational expression, but next time we're going to have a different denominator. Okay, see you.